Hello everyone, this is Freddy with Freddy Can Fly. Today we're going to be doing a time-lapsed build video of the Align T-Rex 450 Pro 3GX model. That's one of their newest ones. I'm going to demonstrate for you each step, we'll talk about it, and then I'll show you a time-lapse clip of me completing this step. So with that being said, let's get started. Thing to note before we get started, I always like to fasten the motor to the motor mount before I install it. And also on the 450, these one-way bearings also serve as your servo mounts. Once they're mounted in the frame, you can't get your servos on them. So, and it's mainly the elevator servo. So I'm going to lightly put these in, don't Loctite them, because we're going to be popping them back out for servo installation. Okay, so I got the main shaft, main gear, and the servo cage reinstalled. As you can see, like I was saying, the wires do not touch the main gear at all. God, if I can angle it just right, you can see that copper spacer don't even touch the wires. It gives just enough clearance as long as you glued your wires down. Just a note, when you if you use CA glue, use just the tiniest little dab. You don't want it to make your wires impossible to come off if you ever need to maintenance. Wires are going to go right up top here and sit on this little flat part. You'll notice they come and curve right around the torque tube set up here. That way if I ever need to take this out, it'll slide right out, slide right back in, no wires intertwined into it. But this is going to sit right on top of the wires and cover them. You'll barely even see them except for coming out on the ends right here. And then the elevator servo is going to be a little different. We're going to loop it down, and it's actually going to come through this little hole in the frame. So you'll see just a little loop of it, but once this sits over and covers it, you'll barely see the wire at all. So there's no wiring on this side either. And that just about covers it. The only wire we will see is the tail servo, but I'll show you a really cool way to keep it clean. So I'm going to go ahead and install my side plate, do all my wiring, put my 3GX unit on, and we'll come back and look at the finished frame. Okay, so right here we've got the other side of the frame on. Ran all of my wires. You can see it's pretty damn clean. You can see a few wires, maybe the elevator, a little bit off the ESC, but I like the magnet sitting up there, and of course the rudder. What I did with the rudder, if you look over here, is I actually just curled it around a metal rod and plugged it straight in. I don't think it looks too bad. It's kind of nice. It's got enough tension in it to where it doesn't really move around. So if we flip over here to this side, nice and clean, no wires hanging out, no nothing. As I stated, you can see that the main gear has all the movement it needs. There's absolutely no wires touching, or is there a possibility of them touching. Same with the ESC. If we look up through the top, there's those wires clear our elevator arm perfectly. And same with the ESC. Get it through the front here. I think all in all, for it being a 450 and not doing all the wiring down in here, this is a pretty clean method. I think it looks really good. So let's go ahead and continue on. We're gonna do the head build and the tail build. So we'll go on from there.